Hey Cinnaberries, it's Ryan from Raspberry Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant today surrounding the YouTuber that you probably recognize from the thumbnail that I made, Grace Randolph. And she has said a few things about surrounding the Wonder Woman 1984 film that I just feel like I need to get off my chest. I have tweeted and talked about it. I was not very happy, but I'm going to say this right now. I am choosing to be respectful and professional. I won't make personal attacks against Grace as she's expressing her opinion and what she thinks is fact. While I disagree with that, I don't want to advocate for being disrespectful and saying things that really aren't warranted. So I'm going to read the tweets that were attached to her videos. Then I'm going to show you something real quick that helped me kind of calm down from these that I got a kick out of when this started happening a few days ago. And then I'm going to address some of those things and show you some other tweets from people I've been following on Twitter that kind of help, that I agree with and help me calm down through the whole situation. So let's get started with Grace's first tweet here that says, "Wow, Wonder Woman 1984 backs away from a fight with Captain Marvel, moving to more than a year away with a new 2020 release date. Breakdown." And then here is the second tweet from her saying, "So I just found out why Wonder Woman 1984 was pushed back 7 months. My sources tell me it's the Flashpoint, which means a DCEU reboot. Complete details and breakdown." So, in an effort to help me stay calm through this, I'm going to start off by saying, let's take a look at a tweet of a friend of mine. So, this tweet was from Stumout. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. At Stumout 1978. It's a picture of Wonder Woman in Flash's costume. And it says, "Grace, listen to me now!" And Stumout, thank you for tweeting this out when you did on October 24th, because this made me laugh quite a bit, because this is really well made. It clearly does look like Wonder Woman is in Flash's costume. So the first tweet, like I said, was Grace basically saying Wonder Woman 1984 no longer will be showing in November 1st, 2019, and instead will be now in June 5th of 2020. My problem with her tweet was she's saying that Wonder Woman is backing out of a fight with Captain Marvel. Which, by the way, if you don't know, Captain Marvel is going to be coming out in March of 2019. Let me just tell you this again. Let me rewind a little bit. Captain Marvel is coming out in March. Wonder Woman 1984 was originally going to be coming out in November. Sound a little weird to you? March, November. 8 months apart. Almost 8 months, if you count the days. Grace, you seem like you've been doing YouTube for a while. You clearly have. I've seen some of your reaction videos. I didn't personally care for them, so I just didn't watch some. I didn't watch a lot of your content. But for someone who's claiming to know quite a bit about, you know, the box office and movie stuff and movie reviews, like, you're knowledgeable when it comes to movies, it sounds like, from what you show. But you do realize how far off those months are, right? The fact that Wonder Woman's pushing back to 2020 has nothing to do with Captain Marvel. I mean, it's not like I was going to be like, you know, I know Captain Marvel's coming out in March, but I kind of want to wait till November so I can watch that and outright just not pick Wonder Woman. Okay, first off, and I would never do that because I love the MCU and I'm looking very much forward to Captain Marvel when it comes out in March, and I will probably see it opening night. But why did you have to pit the two together? I mean, I understand Marvel and DC. Rivalry, comic book companies. Rivalry there with their movies. But do you really have to really push the whole, uh-oh, Wonder Woman's running scared from Captain Marvel because Marvel Studios has been doing way better. It rubs me the wrong way because I am a DC Marvel fan. I love both companies. There are so many great things about DC that are superior to Marvel, and there are so many things in Marvel that is superior to DC. I don't care. What I do care is the fact that we are now getting more women-led superhero movies. I was the kind of person who wanted a Wonder Woman movie so bad. And I thought, you could have easily done one earlier. Why did Batman and Superman, who, by the way, are one of my favorite superheroes that I grew up with and that I love, but I wanted more Wonder Woman too, because I think she is a phenomenal character. And when we finally got that Wonder Woman movie in 2017, I loved it. It wasn't perfect. There was one thing that bothered me about it, but I loved it. And I was so happy because I've been waiting forever for a Wonder Woman movie. And now Marvel is getting their first MCU female-led superhero movie with Captain Marvel. And I'm excited for that because back in the 2000s, we got a really crappy Catwoman movie with Halle Berry. And we got it wasn't really a really poor made Elektra movie with Jennifer Garner. And I'll admit, if people say that movie is crap, I can't really argue against them because it wasn't that good either. And now we're finally getting more of these because now people are starting to understand that we can make these movies and we can make them really good. We can give them great stories to tell. And I'm so happy for that. So I don't understand, Grace, why you're making it sound like we should be pitting these two women against each other just because they're from two completely different companies. They weren't in competition with each other. There was no matter how much money Captain Marvel makes, it would have had no effect because I would have gone, same thing. Wonder Woman, November 1st, I'd be at the opening night. Boom. That in an advanced showing. So October 31st, Halloween night, I would go see that. But they chose to push it back. And you know what? I'm going to take this time to show a tweet of a friend that I completely agreed with and thanked her for saying it. Was the tweet from Mara at Ocean M, Rage M. She says, the only thing that is true is that Wonder Woman 1984 got pushed back from November 1st, 2019 to June 5th, 2020. And she is absolutely right. That is like the only thing. Now, there might be some more reasons possibly, like such as Patty's working on, working on the visual effects, the editing, the post-production of the film, making it look and flow as perfectly as she can. Also, for the fact that June has proven to be way better in the box office than in November. There are more people going to the movies in the summertime. So they're trying to generate more, box office revenue. Because more people are going to go want to see it in the summer, and that'll get a chance for parents to bring their kids who are dying to go see it. Quite honestly, I think it'll do a lot better in June than it would have done in November, quite frankly. And, Patty's just making sure that she's making a film that we fans are going to enjoy. So, I honestly don't think there's no reason why, Patty's going to be scared. Like, well, that Captain Marvel movie's coming out in March. I think we should probably push it back to June. I don't think that's the case at all. So, Grace, I'm going to say I just respectfully disagree with how you, promoted your video that way of saying she's backing away from Captain Marvel, because that is not the case, and I 100% disagree with you on that. So, I'm going to stop there, and now we're going to move on to the other point, which was Wonder Woman now is going to be the new Flashpoint, and it's going to reboot the whole DCEU. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Nah. Nah. Zilch. Are you familiar with the Flashpoint story, Grace? And I doubt you're going to watch this, but I'm going to ask anyway. Are you familiar with the Flashpoint storyline at all? Because that has nothing to do with Wonder Woman. The only part of the Flashpoint story, comic book, animated movie, whichever you have read or seen, the only connection that has with Wonder Woman is the fact that in the Flashpoint timeline, Wonder Woman and the Amazons are at war with the Atlanteans because in that timeline, Aquaman cheated on Mera with Wonder Woman, and then Wonder Woman cut off Mera's head. Which, I'm going to pause real quick and say, Arthur, I don't care what timeline it is, how dare you cheat on Mera? She is like a goddess. Come on, man. Now, okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with the Flashpoint storyline, Flash goes back in time using the Speed Force to save his mom from being killed. And because he does that, he causes a ripple, or as Eobard Thawne says, he created a time boom. He shattered reality. He shattered the space-time continuum where events have now changed. So like I said, the Atlanteans are at war with the Amazons, and Bruce, in that timeline, is the one who gets killed instead of his parents. His father becomes Batman, and his mother becomes the Joker. Also, Clark does not land in Kansas. The Kents do not find him. Instead, he is abducted by the government and sent away for testing, never being exposed to any sunlight whatsoever. So, you can't... okay. So, to kind of help me out, I pulled a tweet from another person I was following who helped me feel better about the whole thing. Her name is @WorldOfMara, says, look, I don't hate the idea of Wonder Woman 84 Flashpoint. I hate the idea that Diana would be the one to cause it. Like I said yesterday, this is one of Barry's most iconic moments / events in DC. Don't do this to him, fam. The Flash deserves more. And she is right on point. The idea of, Diana somehow altering the timeline because the fact that, from what I've been hearing from my sources and from online, the rumor is that we are going to be getting Hades in this film. And Diana is going to be making a deal with Hades to get Steve Trevor back. Now, what method Hades is going to choose to have Steve come back, I have my own theories on that. And here's the thing where it could possibly alter any timeline. I don't know how it could possibly affect, like, how Barry changed the fabric of reality for using the Speed Force to go back in time and cause that time boom. But my guess is Hades is going to say, okay, Diana, you can have Steve back. I'm going to send you back in time, so maybe that's where she's getting this whole Flashpoint thing. I'm going to send you back in time to have a chance to save Steve from dying. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know why the god of the underworld wouldn't just simply okay, you want Steve back? Here you go. I will bring him back to this present time, and then, of course, the deal is going to be altered in some way where Diana's going to regret the fact that she had Steve brought back to life. So, I don't understand why on earth he would make her go through all the trouble of going back. Maybe he wants to do that just to be a jerk. Because, I really wouldn't put it past Hades. Hades is not exactly a nice guy. And I think everybody knows that. So, but it's like World of Mara was saying. Why would you take an iconic thing from DC with dealing with Barry Allen and give that to Wonder Woman? I don't understand why on earth you would do that. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. And she's right. The Flash does deserve more. I don't care how long it takes for a Flashpoint live-action movie to happen. Make it work. You can make it work, but you've got to put in the work first. You got to give Flash some adventures before that. And that was one of the things I loved about the Flash TV show in the first season. Barry, I was like, oh my gosh, are they going to right off the bat go with Flashpoint in the second season? And they didn't. Because Barry ultimately chooses not to save his mom. And that was that season 1 finale. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry for spoiling it. But I cried during that. because that was one of the best scenes of the entire season that just made me feel so much emotion. It just, to me, doesn't work with Wonder Woman. She doesn't need to have Barry's story, Flashpoint, rewriting the whole DCEU. You just don't need that. I don't see the purpose of it. Honestly, I love the DCEU. I'll admit that. Do I know it's flawed? Yes, it is flawed. There's no going around it. There's no way I can alter it in any way where, oh yeah, each DCU movie was perfect. It was great. It's right up there with Marvel's MCU. I can't say that. Truthfully, I can't. But despite its flaws, I love it. I just don't want Wonder Woman having Barry's story. I don't want the whole DCU being rebooted. It doesn't need to be. It's going to be fine. We're going to be getting Aquaman this December. I can't wait for that, by the way. And I'm going to be doing a video on that too. But to go back on this, Grace, I don't know where you're getting your sources, but please, if you have these sources, show me. Just show me where you're getting this from, because I can't believe that. I refuse to believe it until I see the movie for myself, until I see a statement from Warner Brothers, which I doubt they'll do. But there's a lot of things surrounding the DCU right now with a bunch of nonsense, bunch of news that is just so unbelievable it makes my brain hurt. But yeah, Grace, I'm going to disagree with you. And if you're right, if Wonder Woman, when it comes out in 2020, and it turns out that they are rebooting it, I will be the first to say on that review that you were right and I was wrong. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Especially since, to give you an example, the Titan show. I thought when that trailer came out, not good. I don't think this show is going to be good. I think nobody's going to like it. And you know what happened? First 3 episodes have been out, and I've got friends on here who saying, I'm liking it. I'm loving the Titan show. I'm enjoying it. And I'm like, huh, maybe I was wrong. I mean, it's got good scores from critics, and more importantly, it's got some good audience reviews as well. Was I wrong about it? Until I see it, I mean, I'll get my own opinion until when I see it. I don't know when I'm going to see it, but am I hurt that I was wrong about it? No. I'm okay with being wrong. If you can prove me wrong, do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me that, yes, this is going to be a reboot. Am I going to be happy about it? No, I don't think it needs to be rebooted. I don't think we need what people have been calling it, a Wonder Point. I don't think we need that at all. Do I hate the idea of it? Well, kind of, but I mean, if you can make it a good story and make it unique and enjoyable, maybe I'll get over it. It's just, give me a good story, but I mean, it really just, we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get there. So, I'm going to wrap this up with one last tweet from a friend of mine that kind of helped me give me a laugh and help me relax with this whole thing. So, this was from @_Brooklyn Batman. It says, oh no, Flashpoint! And it's a picture of Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot, hugging and having an embrace. And Anthony, thank you for this tweet, because this tweet really helped make me calm down and laugh about the whole thing. Because quite honestly, I don't believe it at all. And in case people are wondering, well, why are you laughing about that with the Flashpoint thing? Again, like I said earlier, Wonder Woman and Arthur had an affair in the Flashpoint timeline. Which, again, Arthur, that was a dumb choice. How dare you would ever cheat, no matter what timeline it is. How dare you cheat with Mara? Even if it is Wonder Woman, there is no excuse for that. How dare you? But yeah, no, it was a funny tweet, so thank you. And now, as I'm wrapping up, I want to thank everybody on Twitter whose tweets I've pulled. Thank you for, helping me kind of get through it, because I was really enraged with this whole stuff that was coming out surrounding the DCEU and Grace Randolph, and I thank you for helping me calm down on that and getting me to laugh. And it's just been nice to talk to people who also agree with me on these points. So yeah, at underscore Brooklyn Batman, Anthony at both Maras, both Ocean Rage M and World of Mara. Thank you for talking with me on Twitter about this whole thing, and thank you, Stummo, for some quite hilarious tweets surrounding the whole thing and making me feel better that I'm not alone and I'm not the only one who is not buying into what Grace has been saying. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this rant. Tell me what you thought. What do you think of this whole news? Leave a comment below. Follow me on Twitter. Tell me on Facebook. If you liked the video, click like on it. If you disliked it, well, as much as it would hurt me to see the dislike button, it's your right as an individual. So if you didn't like it, please go ahead and click the dislike button. But if you do, I do ask, please leave me a comment as to why you didn't like it, because I want to continually improve on YouTube. I want to get better at what I'm doing. If you have any tips on if I ever do any more rant videos, if you want to give me an advice, I would appreciate it. I just want to be as great as I can be when it comes to this stuff, because I enjoy making these. I enjoy talking about movies, specifically superhero movies, but I love talking about any kind of movie. So yeah, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe, click on the bell so that hopefully you'll get some notifications when future videos come out. And with that being said, this has been Raspberry Reviews. Go see Aquaman when it comes out.